Hi, this is Mark Woodland Mills, and today in this video, we're going to be going over how to sticker and stack your lumber. Now, the benefits to sticking and stacking your lumber is that it allows airflow in between the boards, and as well as alleviates any type of twisting or warping during the drying process, so you have the straightest boards to work with. Sticking and stacking is beneficial for all different types of wood, whether it's dimensional or non-dimensional lumber. Now, sticking is the process of putting typically a 1 inch by 1 inch piece of wood in between each board to account for the airflow. Now today we're going to be milling this white pine into a cant and then doing some dimensional lumber with it, and we'll take any cutoffs from that and make our stickers. Awesome, so now we have a rough cant to work with here, and we have our cutoffs behind me as well there too. Some look pretty nice, so we might be able to save maybe an extra piece of dimensional lumber or so from those pieces. But the main goal today is to make stickers. So what we're gonna do today as well is, because we have such a nice cant to work with here, we're gonna be doing some 1x10s. We're not sure exactly how many we're gonna get. And after we're finished with the 1x10 boards, we're gonna get the cutoffs back onto the mill and make our stickers. All right, so we just finished milling our 1x10s, and now we're gonna get started on our cutoffs to get them into stickers. So what we've done is we brought the log supports back up into a sturdy position for supporting these cutoffs that we're about to use. And we're also gonna utilize the Woodland Mills shorter log stop to provide a little bit of extra stability in this middle bunk here. Now the first step is to get the cutoffs back onto the mill, and we'll get them edged and squared off. All right, so now we just did a couple passes on the cutoffs here, and you'll notice that in the process, we started to make stickers, and that's totally fine. That's what we want. You're gonna notice that as you have irregular pieces, different shapes and sizes. And what you could do now is you could either continue going and squaring it off and make stickers in that process, or now you can sort through them, flip them around, so you make sure you have an even group of squared pieces. For this pile that we have here, we're gonna flip them around to make sure that we get the most of what we've got. So we decided to stop there because we ended up having some decent 1x4 pieces to work with for a side project down the line. It's helpful to keep an eye on what types of wood pieces you end up with throughout the process, at the end of the process, because you never know what you might need down the line, and we want to make sure we're never wasting wood. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get these 1x4 pieces off the mill, and we're going to get our 1x10 pieces again and start stacking with the stickers that we made. So now we've got our stickers cut up into pieces for this stack that we're about to do. You also see that we've got 3 2x4s with stickers on top of them to start us off with a very basic but strong foundation to begin our stack. And so we're gonna put the first board on, and then we're gonna repeat the process over and over again with a board and 3 stickers, a board and 3 stickers, and so on and so forth until we've completed our stack. All right, we've got our boards stickered and stacked here, and because they are outside, they're gonna take a little bit longer to dry as opposed to having them in a kiln. What we could also do is put some weight on top to ensure that they remain straight through the drying process and level through the drying process. Some people will also put ratchet straps around their boards as well too to keep them from twisting or warping that way. But for these boards, we're gonna keep them as they are. As I mentioned previously, you can do the same process for live edge or hardwood boards as well. This has been Mark with Woodland Mills. We hope you found this video informational. If you have any questions at all, please give us a call, visit us online. Thank you so much for watching.